Jumping into Mirror Now, well, it is day 5 of Mirror Now's campaign, Old Car, Not Bekaar. The Delhi government is conducting a drive to seize overaged vehicles in order to curb pollution. Cars are being towed away without notice, infringing upon the rights of the car owners and trampling on the rights of the citizens. Not only are vehicles being impounded from public spaces, but also from gated communities. The vehicle policy of Delhi government has affected several in the national capital.
So right now also I have one person with me who has faced a similar issue. I'll go across to him. Sir, मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन आपसे ये है कि सर आपके साथ क्या हुआ था, कब आपकी कार उठाई गई?
मैडम, कार उठाई गई लेकिन हमने बचाई, उसको आगे पीछे किया, लेकिन इशू ये है कि ये इशू ही गलत है। पोल्यूशन इस तरह से नहीं कम होता है। पोल्यूशन के लिए जो बाबू लोग बैठे हैं वो गवर्नमेंट को गलत आइडिया दे रहे हैं। आज की डेट में पोल्यूशन क्या है? आप पराली को क्या रोक पाए? पोल्यूशन पराली से हो रहा था। तो अच्छा, अब मेरा पहला पॉइंट ये है कि क्या आपने मर्सिडीज़ और जो 1 करोड़ वाली गाड़ियाँ उनसे पूछा कंपनी को कि इसकी लाइफ कितनी है, इसकी शेल्फ लाइफ कितनी है, कितने दिन ये गाड़ी चलेगी? तीसरी बात, क्या अमेरिका के अंदर ऐसे होता है? आप 5,000 का पोल्यूशन का चालान काटिए, रोज़ काटिए। मैं रोज़ लेके जाऊँगा, अब रोज़ मेरा 5,000 का काटिए। जब मैं देखूँगा 15 दिन से मेरे लग गए 75,000 रुपये, तो मैं गाड़ी बदलूँगा। लेकिन ये कोई तरीका नहीं है कि आपने एक ऑर्डिनेंस निकाला सुप्रीम कोर्ट के नाम के, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कह दिया। सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आप भी तो कह सकते हैं ना कि एक गाड़ी है, किसी की 10,000 किलोमीटर चली है, किसी की 50 चली है, किसी के, अगर आप पोल्यूशन कम करना चाहते हैं, एक घर में से एक कार का परमिशन दीजिए। एक कोठी को क्यों आप फ्लोर वाइज बांट रहे हैं? आप एरिया डिसाइड कीजिए। 1 माइल के अंदर हम लोग 10,000 लोग रहेंगे, क्यों यहाँ 50,000 लोग रह रहे हैं? अगर 10,000 या 50,000 लोग रहेंगे, गाड़ियाँ सड़क पे आएंगी, पोल्यूशन होगा। तो आपने वो तो कुछ नहीं किया।
सर, हम ये आपसे जानना चाहेंगे कि मिरर नाउ पे हमने एक कैंपेन स्टार्ट किया था जिसमें we have got people saying that their car, their lifetime investment in fact is being towed away without any prior notice. So sir, do you think that it is the right way to approach it?
I believe that the policy is really nice, and we know that it's really hot outside, right? And the policy actually supports the environment initiatives that government is taking. But the challenges are here for implementation and execution of the policy, right? And we see that the prior notices have not been given, which is really a problem for the citizens who are actually facing it. So I would say that implementation and the execution should be improvised on. And if that has been done, then the policy benefits will be, fetched, and it would be helpful for the citizens as well.
So the government says, that this is being done for the environmental purposes, but there are few people, whom we got who said, that their vehicle is well maintained. So do you think, that government should also, bring out more solution so that the, vehicles, because we know that vehicles are a lifetime investment.
Yeah, for middle class people, and India has a biggest middle class, as we all know, right? So when people invest a lot of money, in purchasing these vehicles, so definitely there should be some mechanism which gives some kind of certificates, to these citizens, which actually confirms that at this particular date their vehicle will not be further, should not be further used, right? So I think, as you mentioned clearly, that there should be some mechanism, and I would say it's a start. And definitely the time will come when these policy implementation should be improvised, and I think government should do a little more in this area.
So ma'am, we have also been talking to a lot of people who say that they feel that getting a prior notice at least is in fact, their right, and the transport department, making them run from pillar to post is just not fair. What do you have to say? You must also be having a car, ma'am. It's, it's the middle class that is getting affected. Do you think that government should focus on the other measures to bring down the pollution rather than, troubling the citizens here?
I think car is they can always work on the buses, because buses are a huge cause of pollution also, but there are more number of cars on the road, and I understand that having an economic car is a need of the time, and people try to keep the car for longer period of time, but because of global warming, everybody has to be supportive now, because we are running ACs in the car, the old cars don't support, So I think it is need of the time, but yeah, a prior notice will definitely help because of the weather in India, a car is a much requirement of a family.
All right, callers are joining us on the broadcast. Ms. Singhania is joining us from Nagpur. Singhania ji, go ahead and give your thoughts.
See, basically, I am automobile expert from Nagpur, and I have been in automobile industry for the last 30 years. And what my experience is that the vehicle, the life of who is determining the life of a vehicle, and who is going to decide whether the particular vehicle which is creating a pollution or not. I think certain Babus are misleading the government because see what happens is that the car life is totally dependent on the running cycle of that particular vehicle, like the number of kilometers it has covered in a particular lifespan. So for example, if a car which is normally used by a Sarkari Babu or a politician who travels very often, so they travel for approximately 1 lakh kilometer for 1 year, and for a 15-year span on the rest of India, and for NCR, where there is I'm not sure whether I'm right or not, where there is a 8-year barrier for a diesel car. So in a 8-year span, a politician can run a car for 8 lakh kilometer. But for an individual or for a salaried person, in a span of 15 years, he hardly runs for it for 50,000 kilometers in 15 years. So how can you say that the car belonging to a politician is not creating pollution and belonging to individual creating pollution? Secondly, if the government brings ordinance when it suits them, why then they don't bring ordinance in this case? When the Supreme Court is saying that you scrap a car, government can bring an ordinance. They can relieve to the crores of Indian people who are spending the hard-earned money on buying of cars. So this is ridiculous. I guess it's ridiculous. And I think it's only in India is happening.
Right, Mr. Singhania, thank you for joining us on Mirror Now and giving your thoughts. Of course, we are continuing our campaign because at this point in time, people of Delhi are really tensed. They are worried about the situation because, of course, it's the hard-earned money at the end of the day for the middle class who somehow buy a car, and well, it doesn't matter if it is the validity remains still the next 2 years. The people's car are being picked up with a legit RC that is valid. And also there are voices that are coming to us on Mirror Now who are expressing their plight, and we will be of course tracking this story. We will be taking calls on the broadcast, but at this point in time we shift our focus to some more news coming in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the